Okay, let's talk about buying your first home. It is, without a doubt, one of the most exciting things you'll ever do. But I've got to tell you, that sticker price, that's not the real price. Around.
Think of it like this giant iceberg. The purchase price you agreed on, that's just the little bit you can see sticking out of the water. What's really lurking underneath the surface are all these other costs. And those are the ones that can completely sink your budget if you're not ready for them. So our mission today is simple. We're going to look beyond that purchase price. We're going to map out exactly what's hiding under the water so you can navigate this whole process like a total pro. What are these costs that cause so much stress? What are you actually paying for? Well, it's time to decode them piece by piece, so there are absolutely no mysteries left. Okay, this list might look a little intimidating. I get it. We've got land transfer tax, legal fees, title insurance, adjustments, lender costs. But don't you worry, we're going to walk through every single one of these so you know exactly what's coming. First up, the big one. This is usually the largest closing cost you're going to face: land transfer tax. Basically, anytime a property changes hands, the government charges a tax. It's a tiered system, which just means the more expensive the home, the higher the percentage of tax you pay. And hey, if you're buying in Toronto, you get hit with a double whammy. You have to pay both the provincial tax and a municipal one. It adds up, and it adds up fast. All right, next, legal fees. Now, you're not just paying a lawyer to shuffle some papers around. No way. You're paying for their expertise to protect you, to make sure there are no scary surprises in the contract. You're also covering their out-of-pocket costs for things like couriers or registration fees. They call those disbursements. Then you've got title insurance. Think of this as your personal shield. It's a one-time payment for an insurance policy that protects you from all sorts of potential nightmares, like title fraud, zoning problems, or maybe a surprise lien on the property from a previous owner. It really gives both you and your mortgage lender some serious peace of mind. Now, adjustments sounds kind of vague, but it's all about fairness. Let's say the seller prepaid their property taxes for the entire year, but you're moving in on July 1st. Well, it's not fair for them to have paid for the 6 months that you'll be living there, right? So on closing day, you just reimburse them for your share. Simple as that. And last but not least, don't forget about your lender. Before they give you a giant pile of money, they need to be sure the house is actually worth what you're paying for it. So they'll often require a professional property appraisal to confirm the value. And yeah, that cost usually gets passed on to you. Okay, phew, I know that's a lot of costs, and it can feel a bit heavy. But there's some really good news here. The system actually has a built-in advantage just for people buying their very first home. Let's talk about your edge as a first-time buyer. And here it is, the big one. The government knows that the land transfer tax can be a huge hurdle. So to help you out, eligible first-time homebuyers can get a pretty significant rebate on that tax. So knowing all this, understanding the costs and the help that's available, how do you put it all together? How do you actually get to closing day feeling prepared, in control, and, not totally stressed out? Well, let's talk about how to close with confidence. The secret to a stress-free closing really isn't a secret at all. It just boils down to two things: planning ahead so you're financially prepared, and getting a good, experienced lawyer in your corner. That's it. Think of your lawyer as the quarterback of this whole transaction. Seriously. They're the one who reviews that big purchase agreement to make sure you're protected. They dig into the property's history to ensure there are no hidden skeletons in the closet. They handle all that complicated mortgage paperwork, and they coordinate everything to make sure closing day goes off without a hitch. Are you ready to close with confidence?